The Home Office has made a U-turn on its much-criticised plan immediately increase minimum wage requirement for British nationals bringing foreign family members to the UK, saying threshold will first be raised £29,000 instead of £38,700. The revised proposal, announced unexpectedly and without fanfare in Parliament's response, said the threshold would be increased gradually and eventually reach £38,700. But no timetable was given for when this would happen. The lack detail and suddenness of policy change prompted opposition parties to condemn lack consultation, while Labour said policy was in chaos. While £29,000 remains above average working wage in UK and is still significantly higher than previous minimum of £18,600, ministers appear at least partly resigned to anger over £38,700 threshold announced as part of a wider crackdown on this about legal immigration earlier in the month. Below the £18,600 threshold, 75 people can to have family members join them. If it was set at £38,700, only 40 would be able to afford it, and only 25 of those in the northeast England could it. With such visas accounting for a small proportion overall legal immigration, the initial change was expected to contribute only around 10,000 to the planned total reduction of 300,000 in annual immigration numbers. It also placed a heavy burden on families. Many of them said that they would have migrate, living separately. Reunite Families, a campaign group for people affected by immigration rules, had instructed lawyers to find ways to challenge the changes, described by some as a punishment for falling in love. The revised policy, announced in a written parliamentary response from Conservative MP and Home Office Deputy Andrew Sharpe, says the minimum income requirement will be gradually increased to provide predictability. This will start next spring, with an increase to £29,000 set at the 25th percentile of earnings for jobs eligible for a skilled worker visa. This will then rise to 40th percentile, which is now £34,500, and then the 50th percentile, now £38,700. This is new minimum threshold for a skilled worker visa. However, the response gave no details of when movements above £29,000 would occur. When asked when this would happen, Ministry of Internal Affairs officials pointed to a statement and information note that again did not specify this issue. James cleverly insisted the revised program would still meet the government's target of reducing net migration by 300,000. Jordan PettittPA. The uncertainty appears to be James Cleverly's attempt to ease some of anger, without angering MPs on right of Conservative Party by abandoning new threshold altogether. The Home Secretary said in a statement that he had provided further detail on how and when these measures will be implemented. Without acknowledging the partial U-turn, he stressed that the revised plan would still reduce annual net migration by 300,000 people, adding, "I have been clear that current levels of